Hey, what's up, guys? This is Adura from iFlip Academy, where we teach you how to find, evaluate, and purchase properties. And here at you today with a quick tip. So one question I get a lot is, how do I, starting out, how do I decide what areas in my market make sense? Where should I start to market? Where should I target? And this is a loaded question for a lot of people that it's like, all right, so you have all these areas around you. How do I know what makes sense? And here's the answer to that. So this is your pre-find. In our framework where we teach you how to find, which is basically how to generate leads, target people that want to sell you their property, before all of that is what areas do I target, then going after and being able to find these people. So what's my target area? And an easy answer to that is, if you're just starting out, find out where other investors are doing business at. And that's really it. Where is investor activity concentrated at? And now in my opinion, investor activity in a lot of marketplaces drives the viability of a certain market, a certain subdivision, a certain pocket of your city. So if you're ever driving around, and it's things that you probably already notice subconsciously. So if you notice you're driving around certain areas and you're like, it's a lot of construction going on. It's a lot of building going on. It's a lot of properties being built from the ground up. You're driving by and you see permits on windows or zoning notices and things like that. That's a clear-cut indicator that, hey, some other investors are already here. They've already put their flag on the ground and claimed part of this territory. So why would another investor want to be in this specific marketplace? So I remember when I first started out, and not even my target market being Philadelphia, not even being where I was born nor raised, I had to figure out, just really by context clues, okay, where's activity going on at? And then what I would do is drive those areas and then, kind of start to get familiar with these actual areas where I'm seeing all this activity, seeing this building and stuff like that. So for me at the time, those areas were Temple University, a college area. So investors like the college area for potential rental income. And the college rental income is usually greater than private renting. So for example, in the Temple University market, it's not far-fetched to be grossing $2,500, $3,000 worth of rental income on just one single family property. So college, you want to look at your college areas. Do investors like these areas? Are they already there? What are my goals? Am I trying to wholesale properties? Am I trying to buy and hold? Retail activity, meaning another reason investors like certain areas is because they're solid homeowner areas, meaning it's strong retail activity going on in this actual area. So if you're in a certain area where people just want to live there. It's not a rental area. People will do anything to live in this area. So working it backwards from there, you should be able to say, okay, so if I can purchase something at the right price in this specific area, then either A, I can flip it to another investor, or B, I can purchase it, put the work in, and resell it myself, knowing that people want to live here. So retail activity. And then you've got your college activity. And then we've gone over investor activity. Because for the most part, as investors drive the marketplace. Now, the next thing is rental activity, meaning aside from your college rental market, you've got your private rent, you've got renting to Section 8 folks. So one thing I used to do not too long ago is a certain part of the city called Southwest Philadelphia, very, very strong rental area. It's the hood, it might look like a war zone, but it's a strong rental area where I know investors like to purchase properties. The formula is maybe purchase a property for 15, 20, 25, sometimes even 30, and then put another 15, 20,000, maybe $25,000 of work into a rental grade renovation of the property, then turning it around and renting the property via Section 8, which Section 8 also allows you to pull out higher rent from a property than your just regular renting to somebody private rent. So knowing that formula, knowing that rental formula, and knowing what that area called for, then I'm able to say, all right, so here's the area where investors are at. I know their model, meaning what they like to do. So what I was doing was, okay, I know Jim likes to purchase at $20,000 for a three bedroom, one bath house in South Philadelphia. So I just find a property, put it under contract for like 10,000 and flip it to Jim at 20 and make the 20 in between. And I'm sorry, make the 10,000 in between. So that's how you find out where you should go in terms of deciding before you start marketing, what area should I be in? What area should I market to? And you could do this regardless of whether you're trying to be a wholesaler for flip properties to other people, whether you're a buy and hold guy, whether you want to buy properties, hold on to them, or whether you're a fix and flip guy, want to purchase and fix up and resell at retail value, then you're going to look for an area that has strong retail activity. And how do you figure that out is go where other investors are already at. It's not rocket science. In a byproduct of you knowing your area, you living somewhere, is you probably already know where these areas are at right now. So go put your flag in the ground and get busy. Last but not least is being able to ride the wave. Ride the wave. And what does this mean? We're not talking about a surfboard, but kind of actually we kind of are, but not your physical surfboard. So riding the wave, what that means is hands down, when you're looking at where you want to be at, the most money is made in terms of from being an investor when you are one of the pioneers or kind of one to follow, not too far after the actual pioneers of a certain area. So what does that mean? In my market, Philadelphia, just over the last 10 years, there's been a lot of neighborhood revitalization in certain parts of the city where you had areas that were just extremely underdeveloped. And then one day an investor came in, did something, put a nice project together, boom, flipped it. And they started to establish a new trend in that neighborhood. So if you're that investor where you're able to start, get in at basically at the bottom of the wave and start to roll your way up, knowing you found an area that is in the process of being revitalized or it's in the process of starting to have a lot of activity going on. Here's one thing, and sometimes you're able to catch owners of property that don't quite yet know that the wave is coming. So if you're able, for example, I came up in the Temple University era in Philadelphia, where it's just a lot of gentrification, a lot of building, a lot of revitalization going on. So what happened is, before all this, it was just regular North Philadelphia, just a hood, very underdeveloped, nothing going on. So when this wave kind of started brewing, you had a handful of investors that were able to get in and purchase properties at the pre-wave prices of pretty much fire sale prices before anything was going on. And they were able to purchase these properties at pennies, pennies on the dollar. Then what happened is, the wave started brewing. So fast forward to now, you had investors that either A, purchased properties, held on to them, waited for the wave to get to its kind of climax, and then were able to sell at the top of the market. So what that looks like, I legitimately know guys that purchase properties in the Temple University market for like 15, 20 in like 2004, 2005-ish. And now those properties right now are worth, or they've been sold for 150, 250, 300, et cetera, et cetera. And the value in that is that they were able to ride that wave. And when you are able to do that and get in kind of at the bottom level before, you're able to get in at the bottom level of what's about to be an area that is being gentrified, being revitalized, boom, you're good. You're good. So find your targeted area, looking at what other investors are doing. Is it a college area? Is it a strong retail activity area? Is it a strong rental area? One of the above, and that's how you figure out where you're supposed to be. All right, guys, this is Adura, once again, with iFlip Academy, and we are signing out, and we will see you next time.